Yes, I watched it. I think the next day, and I mean, like I thought in the game, it was a lot of just we just didn't execute at the right times, and that caused to possessions not going our way.
You watch it with Coach Kingsbury?
Yeah, I watched it with myself, and I watched it with Coach Kingsbury, and kind of talk about it and discuss like what we need to do to get better for the next few weeks. And we talked about it and just trying to stay true, stay in the pocket, and trust my O line and trust my receivers and make plays.
Is that hard when everybody's coming at you? I mean, it seems like that you're always running for your life.
I mean, it's not. It's really just me trying to make too much stuff happen. I mean, the O line, they're getting better. A lot of the young guys are getting experience, and I mean, just keep trusting in them and keep trusting in what we've done the whole off season and the whole beginning of the season was just trusting and making the little plays happen.
What's the biggest key in the decision-making process for you that you think, in order to strike a good balance between not limiting yourself and keeping those big plays alive, but also playing within the system when you can? Is it just the situation, or what do you think you need to focus on in terms of when to make those decisions? Go for it.
I think it's a little bit more about me pressing when we start not scoring. That's the biggest thing. When we're going good, it seems like I'm pretty good at making decisions. But whenever a few drives start stopping, three and outs, stuff like that, you can see I start pressing a little bit more, trying to make more stuff happen. And I just can't let that happen. I have to just stay on what I've been doing all beginning of the season and just stay true to that.
Pat, when you say lack of communication, you said that the other night after the game. Is that part you and the receivers not being on the same page when a play breaks down?
Yeah, it's that and as well as just signals and stuff before the play of just trying to get them to run to certain spots and they're thinking a little bit different stuff and it's something that we've been good at for the most of the season and it's these last 2 weeks it hadn't been great.
How much of that is because you've been missing some practices because of your injury?
I mean that definitely hurts a little bit just not being there all the time, not getting those extra reps, but at the same time it's a long season and we try to, like I said, the offense isn't going great these last 2 weeks. People they're pressing as well, trying to make plays happen, and when we're both pressing, it doesn't help out.
Are you disappointed in how the season's gone?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we have a really talented team, a really team. I thought we had a chance to play for the Big 12 championship, and I truly believed it. And we just seem to haven't won the games, the close ones, and it's something that we have to just keep going in these last 3 weeks, try to get wins and in the season with a good taste in our mouth.
What do you think is the disconnect? Because it seems like you guys are going backwards offensively compared to where you were maybe a few weeks ago.
I mean, the defenses that we're playing are putting in great game plans, and we're just, I guess, trying to make too much stuff happen. They're letting us run the ball a little bit more. Well, I need to keep trusting in that. And because De Leon's played really good, offensive line's blocked better running the ball. And then at the same time, when I do get those throws, I need to just go ahead and take the little ones, and those will turn the big ones.
And as Coach Kingsbury, sort of that same question coming into the season, he had felt like this was the best team that he had had since he's been here too. But he mentioned that he felt like it was turnover margin was one of the biggest things bringing the team down. And would you relate with that, or do you feel like it's something different?
I mean, yeah, turnover margin is a big thing. I think we haven't won but like two the entire year, maybe. I don't know, but that's a big deal in the football games. That could really change the aspect of a football game. And I mean, football games are pretty much won on a couple plays, and those plays are big parts of it.
How much when you and Coach Kingsbury are watching tape where he kind of says, "Look, I understand you having to get out of the pocket a lot."
I mean, yeah, he definitely understands. I mean, he's been in my position. I mean, he's played quarterback here, and he knows what happens as a quarterback and when you need to get out and when not to. But at the same time, he says there's times where he understands why I get out, but there's times where he says I need to sit in there a little bit longer and go through my reads a little bit longer.
Do you feel gun shy at all at times?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I'm just trying to go out there and win football games, and whatever it takes, I need to just get better and where we can win games. Just like at the end of the last game, we could have went down there, scored, tied the game up, and took it to overtime. We didn't.
Do you think you guys are pressing at this point in time of the season?
I think it's just we want to win bad, and we know that we've haven't played as great as we can. So I think it's people just trying to go out there and win games, and we just need to get back to our old habits and just get back to what we know and what we do best.
What have you seen from the Oklahoma State defense?
I mean, they're good. They're always a really good defense. They do a lot of different stuff, and they have a lot of good players, some older players, and they can really. Yeah, they're gonna have a great game plan. So we need to come ready to play and have a great game plan as well.
Do you expect to see a similar game plan as you have for the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, it's worked, I guess, these last 2 weeks. And I think West Virginia kind of has a similar game plan, too. And it's something that's worked against us, so we just need to find ways to execute against it. And I expect to have a pretty good game plan going in this week.
Do you think one of the biggest challenges will be they've got two pretty good defensive tackles, Oklahoma State?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we played those guys a lot last year, and they had a good defensive line last year. And it's something where our offensive lines have to step up, play big, and at the same time, we're going to help them out by getting the ball out fast and not holding the ball too long.
Whether it was in a win or a loss this season, now that we're 9 games in, what do you feel like was the most complete game that you guys have, experienced to this point?
The most complete game as an offense, I mean, it was really against Oklahoma. We really clicked, but I mean, as offense and defense, I don't know if we really completely just played well together, and that's hurt us. Is like defense played really well against TCU, offense didn't really show up, and it's kind of seemed like all year it's been like that. It's off and on of the offense and defense, but one game, La Tech was a pretty good game, I guess, but I don't know if we really just clicked all together.
Anything else?
Oklahoma State's been a team that just seemed like a monkey on Tech's back for a while now. Haven't beaten them since 2008. Last time that you guys beat them in Stillwater was when Coach Kingsbury was still the quarterback here at Tech. What do you think has been the trick against them? And is that a team where you kind of feel like you guys owe them one, given how it's gone? Is that anything that's in the back of y'all's mind at all?
I mean, it's a good rivalry. Like you said, we haven't beat them in a while, and Coach Kingsbury tells us about that. I'm pretty sure he'll tell us about that today in our meeting. And they have a good team. They have a really good team. They've been good for a while, and we just need to find a way to win a game that we haven't really found a way this season. So hopefully we can go out there and we can win a football game against a really good team.
Sure, you just take games week by week, but with 3 left, knowing that you guys have to win 2 to be able to reach bowl eligibility. How much is that something that you guys think about?
I mean, definitely we think about it. We want to be here. We want to play for a bowl game. You don't want to go home in December and sit at home. I did that my freshman year, and I never want to do that again. So I mean, it's something where people are going to fight. They're going to give whatever they got to win hopefully 3 games and get to a bowl game. So I mean, people do think about it, but at the same time, like you said, we're going to keep it one game at a time. Go out there and leave it all out there on the field.
How long did that off season feel?
It felt extremely long. I think we had like 7 weeks off, and just going home and having to answer questions of what happened this last year is never a good feeling. You don't want to have to do that again.
You mentioned your freshman year, you were able to play there in Stillwater. What makes it so difficult to play there?
Yeah, they have a great atmosphere there. They have an awesome stadium. The fans they come out there strong, and they support them. And like I said, they always have a good football team. So just going to someone's place, especially in the Big 12 and playing, it's never easy. So we just got to find a way to get out there and win.
I know a lot of people kind of look to the Baylor game that same season as where you kind of took off, but that Oklahoma State game in Stillwater, you see that as kind of the start of your career, I guess, as Tech's quarterback?
That was my first time I ever played. So just getting out there. I mean, I only got to play 1 quarter, and I struggled at the beginning, and then I think I threw my first touchdown there. And so it's just gonna be cool to get back out there and hopefully go out there and get a win this time. We got lost that one.
Remember there was a play, I think it might have been the first play that you were in there. I think you had fumbled and then threw an interception on the same play. I mean, it's just crazy to see your maturation and how it's gone since, when you were that freshman.
Yeah, just it was the turning point, I feel like, in my career of just knowing how to work and what I need to do to prepare. Before then, I was kind of just here, not expecting to play really that much. And then after I got the playing time, I knew that I needed to work harder. So just that was a turning point. So just to get back out there is going to be cool, like I said, and I want to get out there and get a win, just to get a win for these seniors and these guys that they want to make a bowl game their last season here.
Obviously a little bit. I mean, we go out there trying to win every game. Didn't quite go as we expected, but you got to move on. 24-hour rule, you get over it, and you focus on what you have to do next week.
Just as how you guys win as a team and lose as a
defense has kind of turned the corner a little bit with back-to-back decent games and aspects of getting stops and getting turnovers, and the offense hasn't been able to capitalize on that. Is it starting to get frustrating on the defense in that type of situation?
I wouldn't say frustrating. I mean, like you said, it is a team sport. We had our mishaps, we had our mistakes, throughout the game that cost us in the long run just as well. So it's a combination of both. Offense has to play well, defense has to play well, and when that happens, then everybody's happy.
How do you guys' defense generally just evaluate how it went Saturday? Because you did give up a lot of yards on the ground for them, but at the same time, you did get several stops, key stops throughout the game, and of course the big turnover.
Yeah, I think guys showed toughness. Some things didn't go our way. Mostly just mental mistakes that went for long yards, and in the end, I think guys toughened up. They did what we had to do to get off the field, and overall, I mean, there's room for improvement all the time. But I'm happy with how we played, how we got off the field on third down. There was still some third downs that we didn't get off the field, and giving up points before the half. And even missed turnovers that could have been points before the half. So there's a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that we have to change, and we're not there yet.
When you look at Oklahoma State's offense, what do you see them doing well?
They definitely can throw the ball. They can throw and run the ball for sure. I mean, they have big backs. They have experienced quarterback. They have a lot of deep threats. I know they definitely like to, go vertical. They like to toss the ball up. So I think the key is just keeping everything in front of us, making tackles, making them move the ball consistently, just down after down. And they're a well-coached team, and they have, all the talent that you need. So we just have to go in there and do our job.
As a defensive back, does that get you excited knowing that they like to throw the ball as much as they do for the ability to try to get that interception?
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking to make plays, and the ball's going to be up in the air, so we have to make those plays when they come to us. Coach Gibbs is going to put us in the right position, and it's our job to make those plays.
Anything else?
Have you voted yet?
I have voted. What's today? Monday? I voted last week, so.
Oklahoma State's a team you guys haven't beaten yet since you guys have been here, especially as seniors. What do you think's been the trick against those guys, and how much is that kind of something that might have eaten at you guys at all to get a win here in Stillwater?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough place to play for sure. I have a crazy environment. It's loud, and we definitely do need to get a win over there. Like I said, I mean, it's another game on the schedule, but like you said, we haven't had that win in a while, so it means a lot to get that, especially over in their place.
Last time you guys won at Stillwater, it was actually Coach Kingsbury that was the quarterback. I mean, has he told you guys about that at all?
No, not at all. I mean, I don't even know when that was, so.
2001.
Okay.
With 3 games left on the schedule, I mean, how much is it in the back of y'all's mind that you have to get 2 wins over the next 3 to be able to reach bowl eligibility?
Yeah, we're trying to win every game. I mean, I think we're doing, what we can in practice. We're practicing hard out there, for sure. And the mindset isn't, just to win 2 games, just to be boys. But we're trying to win every game. We're trying to, try and finish this season as tough as we can, as perfect as we can. So we're practicing for it. We're practicing hard. We're, getting extra film. We're changing some things up. So just consistency and not being emotional, just doing what you have to do to get yourself ready for the next week.
Clinton Impact, I think, mentioned today and before the season that they felt like this was, the best team that they've been around since, they've been here at Tech. Did you feel that same way when you were coming into this season?
I'd agree with that. I think we have talent, at every position. I mean, things haven't gone our way in some instances, but I think we have, you know, a mixture of experience, mixture of young talent, everything that we need to compete at a high level. So I'm still confident in our players, and you know, these 3 games, I still think we have a lot to prove.
You guys got to 8 wins your freshman year. I mean, you could still have the possibility of that if you were to win the next 3, and then obviously a bowl game. But what do you feel like that you saw in the off season leading you to believe that, you know, it was the best team that you've been around that just isn't translating right now?
You know, I'm not sure, but I feel like we're more of a team than we have been in the past. By that I mean we don't have a bunch of people that are, you know, individuals. They just have individual goals. You know, they just want to do this for themselves. They just want stats. We have guys that have a common goal, and I mean, it's tough because, you know, it hasn't carried over as much as we'd like. But like I said, we still have plenty of time to prove that we have the same goal, that we have the talent, and I think we just keep working and just keep, you know, implementing what the coaches have, you know, already put in place. Then should be no reason why, you know, we don't succeed.
Now that we're 9 games in, I mean, do you feel like you guys are almost like pressing like it better happen now?
Yeah, I mean, we got to go. I mean, there's no time to sit around and, you know, wait for somebody else to make a play or do something. I mean, it's everybody. We have to, you know, have that sense of urgency, and, you know, that's something that coaches talk about all the time. I mean, there's no time to rest. I mean, you can rest after the game. You can rest, you know, at night. So just urgency. We have to go right now.
How frustrating it's been playing James Washington the last few years?
Sorry, what was that?
How frustrating has it been playing Washington the last few years? Their wide receiver.
I wouldn't say frustrating at all. I mean, he's a good player. He makes plays. We make plays. It's just part of the game.
What does he do so well that he's been able to have these great games against you guys the last couple of years?
I mean, like I said, just make plays. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Whenever the ball's in the air, you gotta. It's who wants it more. So he's a great player. Nothing but respect for him, and it's a game of football.
After that game against Oklahoma, where you kind of switched from nickel and just went back to corner, and it seems like just, you know, whether it was last week against TCU or against Texas, it seems like you're just picking up the other team's best wide receiver and just, you know, kind of picking him out and saying, I'm going to cover him that game. I mean, how much of that was you either going to Coach Gibbs or just kind of a shift that he made defensively for the secondary?
Yeah, it's just wherever Coach Gibbs wants me, or even Coach Scott. Wherever they feel like, you know, I can help the team the best. So I wouldn't say I necessarily have a say, but I don't mind it at all. I mean, wherever they need me, that's where I'm gonna play, and, you know, I'm gonna do my best.
Is that something you took on yourself at all, or was that something the coaches kind of approached you about?
I mean, I like having multiple responsibilities. You know, playing nickel, safety, or corner. Just being around the ball all the time. You know, good things happen when you're around the ball. So it was kind of, you know, Coach Scott, Coach Gibbs, but I'm all for it.